Scott Colby. You may have heard of my name by now, but you may not know who I am. But I am hosting the summit taking place February 10th through 13th. And I am super excited to have you here, especially for this kickoff call on a Sunday. I know you probably have things to do. I will keep this call probably to about 20 minutes. There is a chat for those watching live, so feel free to introduce yourself, tell us where you're watching from, maybe even let us know which speakers and topics you are excited most about. But again, we're going to go for about 20 minutes. We've got, let's see, David, Soul-Led Cat Guardian to Walker and Super Cat. That's amazing from Western New York. Welcome, David. So excited to have you here. Again, feel free to continue to introduce yourself in the chat here if you are watching live. A replay of this call. So I know some of you are probably going to be watching this on replay. It's available as soon as this live version is done. I will be posting this also in the Facebook group. So really just wanted to do this kickoff call to let you know what to expect. I know some of you have been to virtual summits before and some of you have not. So we're going to go through what to expect over the next 4 days. We got Paola from Italy. Welcome. Elise, I think, let me know if I'm pronouncing that right, from Seattle. Cat and Dogs, Ohio. Cat from Willoughby, Ohio. Welcome, everybody. So our summit officially starts Monday, day one. We're going to go for 4 straight days. Again, great to have you here. We're going to go through how the summit works, what the schedule looks like, frequently asked questions. And if you have any questions, and if you're watching live, put them in the chat and I'll answer them kind of at the end. If you're watching on the replay, I'm going to be posting this in the Facebook group so you can watch the replay there and use the comment section to post any questions that you have as well. All right, people are still introducing themselves. Marty from Concord, Ohio. Make and sell cat toys and cat beds. Awesome. Simply made for dogs and cats. Oh, no, sorry. Can you all hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me, please. Greg said no sound. That's not good. Let's see. Can you all hear me? Yes, can hear loud and clear. All right. Thank you for confirming that. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so let's kind of dive right in. I know it's Sunday. Thank you for spending a few minutes today with me. Just to let you know, again, my name is Scott Colby. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm a cat dad to Nico and Milo, previously a cat dad to Nomar and Mia. And really how this summit came about, first of all, we've got to introduce Nomar and Mia. They're no longer with us. Pictures in the background here, Nomar on the left and Mia to the right. They passed away at age 16 for Nomar. Mia passed away at age 20, just a year and a half ago. And Mia had a lot of illnesses towards the end. Nomar passed away with nothing diagnosed, but it just, of course, the grief hit hard once they passed away. And I wanted to do something in their honor, something that I could help educate myself if I ever became a cat dad again, and something to help educate those cat parents out there on how we can give our cats the healthiest, happiest, longest lives possible. When I adopted Nico and Milo, those are my 2 one-year-old cats. They're bonded brothers. I decided, hey, let me learn, like, what could I do better? Of course, Mia lived a great long life, 20 years, but she became, again, had a lot of health challenges towards the end, and I didn't like to see that. Of course, we don't as cat parents. So I decided to put on a summit so I could learn, just like you possibly are learning, from some of the best feline wellness experts out there. So I'm a cat dad. I'm not a cat wellness expert. So I am learning alongside all of you from again, these experts that we're having for our summit over the next 4 days. So I'm a student, and it was a pleasure to interview these 21 experts. So let's dive in a little bit and go over how this summit is going to work. We have 21 speakers over a 4-day period. The speakers will go live. The interviews will go live starting Monday, February 10th, all the way through Thursday, February 13th. All right. Each day has a specific theme. Each day has a specific theme. So day one, Monday, we're going to be going all through feline foundations, going through essential cat health, nutrition, and preventative care. Day two, we're going to be talking about behavior and mental wellness so we can understand and support our cat's mind. So we're going to be talking about insights on feline behavior and mental health for happier cats. Day three, we're going to be talking all about holistic and alternative wellness beyond traditional care. So we're going to be exploring holistic methods to enhance your cat's health. And then day four, our final day, a topic near and dear to my heart, is all about senior cat care and quality of life, thriving in those golden years to keep your senior cats healthy, comfortable, and happy. And because this summit was inspired by my cats Nomar and Mia, who have passed away, they were seniors. Again, that topic is near and dear to my heart. So I love day four and all the days. Again, I've already interviewed the 21 experts. So the interviews have been recorded. They're going to be released a few at a time each day. And I'll tell you more about how that works. I just want to let you know I've already implemented a lot of what I've learned in these interviews to my cats, Nico and Mila, from the types of food that they're eating, the way I'm hydrating them, the way I'm playing with them and interacting them, the way I'm removing toxins from my home environment to give them a toxic-free living environment. The way I'm carrying myself and lowering my stress to make sure that they're living a less stressful environment. It's just been great, and I'm excited to share with you the information that I've learned and that I'm already implementing with my cats. So the way that have any of you attended a virtual summit before? Just type in the chat yes or no. If you have or haven't. I know some of you have and some of you haven't. It's essentially an online conference. So if you've been to a conference, you know that each day there's several speakers. We're doing the same thing, but it's just that we're virtual instead of in person. So the way that the summit is going to work in terms of how I'm getting the information to you is that each day at 7 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to be sending you an email with a list of the interviews, the speakers that are going live right then and there, 7 a.m. Eastern. And they're going to be links to each specific presentation. So you don't have to do anything. You're going to just open up that email and you're going to click on the links to the presentations that you want to watch. All right. So that's how it's going to work. There's 6 on day one. There's 5 on the other 3 days. So 21 total. Each presentation is roughly 40 minutes. There could be a little bit less than that, could be a little bit longer than that, but roughly we're right at about that 40-minute mark. All right, for each presentation. Each presentation is actually me interviewing the wellness expert, the speaker on a specific topic. So it's not them giving a 40-minute slide presentation. It's very interactive. I asked them questions that I was curious about based on their specific topic, and they answered those questions. So it's a great kind of engaging, interactive interview. What I want to do next, I'm going to put in the chat here a link to our schedule. So if you're not watching live, that link is at event.felinewellnesssummit.com/schedule. And there, what you can do is you can go to that link and you can kind of plan for which interviews resonate with you most, which interviews are being more applicable to your own situation as a cat parent, as a cat lover. So, for example, if you don't currently have any senior cats, I think it's still a great day to learn, because eventually, if you have cats, you want them to get to be old enough to be considered seniors, but maybe that's not relevant for you at this time. If you've already got your nutrition dialed in for your cats, maybe you don't want to go to that presentation on nutrition. But so look at our schedule and see what information is most relevant to you. And I would prioritize those talks, because 40-minute talks, 5 of them a day or 6 on day one, can be a lot. What I don't want you to do is be overwhelmed. And so I know it can seem overwhelming, like, how do I fit in all 21 presentations? Don't think about it like that. Think about it as an opportunity to learn from some of the best feline wellness experts out there. Look at their topic and see what you want to learn about. And then what I would actually do is schedule in when you want to watch their interview. So you don't have to watch it right at 7 a.m. Eastern when they're live. You can watch it anytime during that day. The interviews will be available for 24 hours. Okay, so they're going to go from 7 a.m. Eastern to on one day to 7 a.m. Eastern the next day. Once the next day hits, the new interviews will go live, and the ones that were live will expire. Okay, and I can't change that. That's already set up in the system. If you want ongoing access to these interviews, what I would do is think about upgrading to our VIP Whiskers Pass, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a few moments here. All right. Again, you're going to get an email from me 7 a.m. Eastern, whatever, your whatever time zone that equates to you. I know we have people from all over the world who have signed up for this summit. Just look out for an email from me on each specific day at that time, whatever that converts to your time zone, and you're going to have 24 hours to watch that interview. All right. So I know there's a lot going on in the chat. I appreciate that. I'm going to circle back and look at those. So where to watch? Again, you don't have to do anything. Just look out for my email. I'm going to share a private link on email each day. Each interview will be at a different link. You're just going to click the link, watch the interview. One cool thing next to the interview is going to be a chat box. So if you have questions for the speakers, not that they're going to sit there live for 24 straight hours to see if there's questions coming in, but you can ask questions for our speakers. And then if they see that, they can answer your questions, or I can also curate the questions and ask them for you and then get the answers back to you. The other thing I would consider doing is joining our Facebook group, because many of our speakers are actually in the Facebook group. And each day I'm going to start a thread in the Facebook group that highlights the talks for that day. And you can just ask questions for the speakers underneath that thread. And so I'm going to put a link to that in the chat now. So it's kind of a funny link. So click on that and join our Facebook group if you haven't already. If you're watching on replay, search for the group called Thrive, the Feline Wellness Summit, and you can join our group there. All right. All right. How do you maximize your summit experience? So similar to what I've just mentioned, to get the most out of the summit, plan ahead by reviewing the schedule and prioritizing the sessions most relevant to where you are in your journey with your cats. I would say have a notebook ready for actionable tips. Join the private community with the link that I just put in the chat here. It's our Facebook community for additional support. You can chat with other cat parents. You can ask questions there. Some of our speakers are there. And again, if you want long-term access and exclusive bonuses, discounts, and things like that, consider upgrading to our VIP Whiskers Pass if you haven't done so already. And again, I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment. If you aren't getting my emails, so if you aren't getting my emails, I know a few of you haven't, check your inbox, including your spam folder. So the emails are coming from me, Scott Colby, the Feline Wellness Summit. So check your spam folder if you think you've missed anything. I would also whitelist. So whitelist heysummit.com. So HEYSUMMIT. And then whitelist the Feline Wellness Summit.com. So I'm going to put that in the chat here. So whitelist heysummit.com, that's the event platform that I'm using. Whitelist felinewellnesssummit.com to ensure my emails hit your inbox. But each day you should get emails from me, so check your spam folder as well if you haven't gotten a confirmation email, and if you feel like you're missing my emails each day. All right. Let me tell you a couple of other things. Number one, we have a lot of kind of cool perks for you. A lot of these are free for everybody that registers. So you can go to, I'm putting it in the chat, event.felinewellnesssummit.com/perks. This takes you to our perfect resource pack. Many of our speakers have given away some really cool resources and tools for you. So, for example, let's see, Pam Roussel gave away a resource called Building Your Cat's Holistic Toolkit. Dr. Paola Zanabelli Davies has a resource, Help Your Cats Live Longer in 5 Simple Steps. Penny Wood, also known as Dr. Zoolittle, gave away a resource, The 7 Pillars of Animal Longevity. So we have got a lot of great resources in there. So check those out. Most of those are free to everybody. A few things are in there only for those attendees that have upgraded to our VIP Whiskers Pass or our Catnap Pass. So I'm really excited about all the resources that have been included there. And then let me give you a brief overview on our VIP Whiskers Pass in case you want to consider upgrading. I'm going to put that link in the chat here. And again, it can be a lot. It can be stressful if you're trying to cram in 5 or 6 talks each day. Each one is about 40 minutes. I don't want you to, of course, stress. This is a good thing. We have curated 21 of the best feline wellness experts. So I love it. I've learned a lot. I'm learning just alongside with you. However, if you feel like it's going to be hard to watch the talks that you want to watch in a 24-hour time frame, or if you just want to have access to everything ongoing because you want to refer back to it, let's say a week from now or a month from now or even the rest of the year, you might want to consider upgrading to our VIP Whiskers Pass. I put the link in the chat. It's at event.felinewellnesssummit.com/VIP-whiskers-pass. And what you get with that, we've got 2 options there. One's a less cost, and that's called the Extended Access Catnap Pass. That gets you ongoing access to all Summit videos, all Summit interviews, the videos. So you can download those videos and watch them whenever you want, for as long as you want. There's downloadable audio files. So if you prefer not to watch, but you just want to listen while you're commuting, cleaning, playing with your cat, we have audios for you that you can download. We have word for word transcripts. So if you like to read the interviews and follow along, you can read the transcript. And then one of my favorite things is actually summary notes for each interview. So we have bite-sized takeaways from each session, so you can immediately put what you've learned in action. I love these summary notes. So quick reference on, hey, what were the main takeaways for this interview? You can look at the summary notes instead of listening to the entire interview or going through the entire word for word transcripts. So that's what you get for investing in the catnap pass. And then if you want a little bit more than that, you get everything that I just outlined. Plus, you get some exclusive speaker discounts. So a lot of speakers have storefronts or they have courses that they've offered discount to summer summit attendees that have invested in the VIP Whiskers Pass. So, for example, most of you know who the two crazy cat ladies are, Jay and Adrian. They've offered a 25% off their entire store for people that have invested in the VIP Whiskers Pass. I've already purchased a couple of their products because one of my new cats, Milo, was having some eye issues. And so I invested in their two things, or probiotic and something else that helps with cats that have kind of respiratory sneezing and things like that. So they have a great store. So you get some discounts from our partners, our speakers. And then also, if you invest in the VIP Whiskers Pass, you get the Pet First Responder and First Aid course from Dr. Jeff Grognet, which is designed to help guide you through what to do if you're faced with an emergency involving your cat or dog, even if you have a dog. It's emergency preparedness at its best. Dr. Jeff created this course. He sells it on his own for $169, but that comes with a VIP Whiskers Pass if you have that. So that is a rundown of everything to expect during the next 4 days. Yeah, so let me go back and answer the question. So I'm going to go up in the chat here. Jenny said, how long will the recordings be available for, please? So the if you just have the free ticket, they're available for 24 hours. So day one, I'll send an email. I'll say, watch these videos now. You'll have 24 hours. When you get the next email, the first recordings will be expired and the second set of recordings will be available. So each set will be available for 24 hours after they're released. But if you have the VIP Whiskers Pass or the Catnap Pass, you get ongoing access. So you've got a link where you can just watch them anytime you want, and you can even download them to your own computer. All right, hopefully that helps. Wendy, 5 of my 11 cats are black. I love that. Gosh. Let me see if there's any other questions here. Gosh, some of you have, more than one of you have 11 cats. That's amazing. Suki, Lime Cat says, my cat Suki is 18 years old. Looking forward to day 4. Yes. Love those senior cats. And also if, well, I won't mention that now. I do have a newsletter I'm going to give you all access to. It's called Golden Whiskers. It's a new newsletter all about senior feline health. All right. If there's any more questions, please put them in the chat now. I didn't see any other ones here. I'm just looking. All right. Well, that's all I have. Again, I want to invite you to the Facebook group. Again, there's some of our speakers are in there, so you can have some cool access to them and we can chat to each other. So I put the link to the Facebook group in the chat again, or you can just search on Facebook for Thrive, the Feline Wellness Summit, and you can request access. Oh, let me give you one other update. So my goal was to get 1,500 people register, and I want to see where we are. We're very, very close. We have currently 1,495, so we're 5 away. So if you know anybody that doesn't know about this summit yet and you want to share it with them, I'm going to put a link, felinewellnesssummit.com, and you can share that with them. But that's it for our kickoff call. So be on the lookout for an email from me tomorrow morning, Monday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern. I know for our international friends, that's going to go out in the afternoon, of course, depending on where you are. No matter where you are, you have 24 hours after that email to watch those interviews. Thank you so much. Thanks for Lime Cat, for sharing those nice words. This is my first feline. I've done summits in the past. This is my first feline wellness summit. It's been years since I've done a summit. I've hosted a summit, so really appreciate those nice words. Thank you, Jenny. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon, either in the Facebook group or again, watch out for those emails. Thank you from South Africa. Awesome. Thanks, Gil. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Cat and Dogs in Ohio. I love it. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.